Hello everybody, my name is Daniel Richardson and I'm the WCPW review guy. And yeah, I don't know if you guys just saw it or not. It wasn't on the air long, but I was actually on the Google Hangouts with Richie Estrada. Our awesomeness literally broke the internet. Experienced some technical difficulties. I don't know if you guys watched it or not. If you did, we apologize. But hopefully we'll get back up running soon, so we'll hopefully see you again. Anyways, but back to this, it's the unofficial WCPW Top 10. And a lot of shifting. Well, in the top 10, a lot of shifting around. The other two, well, you'll see. Why am I trying to give a preface here? Let's just jump into it. All right, let's go first. We're going to go to top 5 tag teams. At number 5, for a second week in a row, Los Perspectivas. You remember those guys, right? They still wrestle. At number 4, for a second week in a row, a Mean and Kid. Haven't seen them as a tag team in a little bit. Really wanting to see them wrestle again. As a Cody, like now that they're together, I want to see them wrestle, but seems like Kid's already booked for a singles match tomorrow night on Loaded, so get this tag team, get this tag division booming again. At one time it was like, oh wow, we got a tag division. Now it's like, oh no, we're back to square one. At number 3, for a second week in a row, Prospect failing to capture the tag titles this past week on Lights Out, but it didn't hurt him any. That is the good thing about a weak tag division, is you can't really fall too far. So at number 2, for a second week in a row, the Swords of Essex, which after a big win against the general manager and Joe Hendry, which separately, that's a huge win anyways. Regardless, they're not really a tag team, but they got a big win over these two guys who are probably the 2 most popular guys in WCPW, but they got them up there, and now they got a tag title match tomorrow night. So there we go. And speaking of tag title matches, at number 1, for a 7th week in a row, they're closing in that gap. They're closing in on that 2-month gap. Moss and Slater successfully defend those tag titles against Prospect this past week. With ease, I might say. Didn't look like they struggled too hard. So yeah, there you go. You're number 1 tag team, Moss and Slater. Going on to the women's division. At number 5, second week in a row, Little Miss Roxy. We definitely need to get this women's division up and bumping right now, because we're getting a lot of people who are in the list that haven't been competing in a while. At number 4, dropping a spot from last week. She was 3 last week. This week she's 4, Evil East. Of course, she was in that triple threat this past week with B. Priestley and Tessa Blanchard, and yeah, was on the losing end of that. So, at number 3, last week she was 4, just kind of swapped places with Evil East, Kimberly. Number 2, the WCPW Women's Champion, Nixon Newell. You thought I was going to say B. Priestley, didn't you? Well, she does have the title, but she is not the champion. And speaking of which, at number 1, last week she was 2. She's at the top of the mountain this week, B. Priestley. Which, say what you will about her ethics, I guess, still in the title and whatnot, but she did win decisively that triple threat match. So, B. Priestley, number 1 woman in WCPW right now, so congratulations. Moving on to the top 10 wrestlers. At number 10, last week he was 9. This week, he's dropping a spot. Lost the Boiler Room Brawl match against Primate. Talk about Rampage. At number 9, he really dropped. See, last week we had a huge shift because we lost some wrestlers, and it kind of threw everybody up into the top 10. But now it's starting to settle back down to where it should be. This guy hasn't wrestled. He made his return at Lights Out, but he hasn't wrestled in a couple months. At number 9, he was 5. He's dropped down to 9. Will Ospreay. At number 8, also dropping kind of big. He was 4 last week. He's dropped down to 8. Like we mentioned earlier, him and Hendry lost the tag match to Prospect. Martin Kirby, our general manager, number 8. Curbs, if you're listening to me, can I call you Curbs? I feel like you wouldn't like that, so I'm going to say no. Mr. Kirby, you got to give up the position, man. It's not paying much, as you said, and you have not won a match since being general manager. Give Blompier a call. Because what would piss off Parmesan more if Blompier was his boss? Make it happen. At number 7, dropping a spot from last week, Johnny Moss. At number 6, he's up 4 spots. Had a hell of a internet title defense against Ricochet. Sorry, blank for a second. Against Ricochet, I'm talking about Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes up to 6. At number 5, he was 6 last week. He's working his way back up. Big win over Doug Williams. Joe Coffey. Joe Coffey climbing. I noticed that since the beginning of the year, he was down pretty low in the top 10. He's coming back up, and that's awesome. So, at number 4, last week he was 7. He's back to 4 right now. Successfully defended the WCPW title. Drew Galloway with a big win over Bully Ray this past week. Falls Count Anywhere. So, Drew Galloway, number 4. At number 3 for a second week in a row, he's hanging on to the spot. He won the Boiler Room Brawl in the Best of 7 series against Rampage. I am talking about my man, Primate. Primate, number 3. At number 2 for an astounding 6 weeks straight, El Ligero. El Ligero. Of course, he lost the 3-way elimination match to determine the number 1 contender for the internet title against Mark Scroll and Gabriel Kidd. But, yeah, he's once again, his record's pretty damn good. I mean, it's going to take a lot of losses to knock him off this mountain, so, or getting signed to another company. So until then, I think he's going to be okay. And number 1 for a second week in a row. He lost, but he's doing pretty good for himself. He was partners with Martin Kirby against Prospect. Talking about Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry. So there you have it, guys. Top tag team this week. Moss and Slater, top women's wrestler, B. Priestley, and top wrestler, Joe Hendry. They are all unofficially, or in Slater and Moss's case, officially, the top wrestlers in their respective divisions. So there you have it, guys. Let me know what you think of my top 10. You agree? You disagree? Either way, I love hearing your comments down below. Drop it right there. Tomorrow night, I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of glad that Loaded's back. And I'm glad that it's starting at, well, 3 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock their time. I'm glad it's starting at 3 o'clock because like, at 2:30 I have to like turn my shit on as I'm leaving work. I have to turn my phone on and then drive from work here during the wintertime. Endangering other people's lives. Because I don't know when they're going to upload it straight to What Culture Extra. I don't know if it takes like a full 24 hours or... Because last time, I remember Curb Mania, it took a little bit for it to actually go back up. Because I wanted to rewatch myself vainly in that opening promo package. So it took a day. So yeah, I'm going to try to just watch it right off the bat. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that it's... but I am kind of glad it's on Monday now. Like, I don't know, it just feels... Monday's more of a wrestling day anyway. So yeah, definitely tune into that. And then, of course, my review should be up Tuesday. I say should. Once again... adulting over here. I have other stuff I have to do too, so if it ain't up Tuesday, it will definitely be up Wednesday, but it should be up Tuesday. So yeah, guys, share and subscribe if you haven't already. Show this video that thumb and love. And yeah, got my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram information down below. Follow all 3. And yeah, that's all I got. Guys, I can't say it enough. Thank you. Thank you. All I got. So, guys, until next time.